Let me ask you something. You wake up in the morning thinking you're doing everything right, eating your fruits, staying healthy. But what if I told you some of those very fruits you regularly eat could be quietly putting you in danger? Not tomorrow, not next year, but right now, as we speak. New research is showing that after 60, some of the fruits we've been told are good for us might actually be setting the stage for a stroke overnight. And the scariest part? You'd never even know it. That's right. Some fruit zones you probably eat every single day could be messing with your blood pressure, spiking your sugar, even thickening your blood, all while you think you're making the healthiest choice. But don't worry, today we're going to uncover the truth, and I'll show you exactly which ones to avoid and what to eat instead. Fruit has a question mark. Why does fruit have a question mark? If someone has a yeast presence in their body, the sugar in the fruit will feed the yeast because it's its favourite food. And if you're not going to give refined sugar to the yeast, it'll happily accept the sugar in the fruit. And as it feeds on the sugar in the fruit, it gives off lactic acid. It gives off uric acid. Sorry, that shouldn't be there. That should be acid. Lactic acid, uric acid, acetic acid, and alcohol. So can you see what yeast does? It feathers its nest. So the more fruit a person eats that have a yeast problem, the more acid is created, and this creates the environment that yeast and fungus love. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Fruits are natural. How could they possibly be bad? And you're right, most of the time. But here's the thing. After 60, our bodies change. What worked for us at 40 doesn't always work the same way now. Our metabolism slows down. Our kidneys don't process things like they used to. Even our blood vessels aren't as flexible. And some fruits, especially the sweet ones, can hit us like a ton of bricks, sending our blood sugar soaring or messing with our heart rhythm without us even realizing it. And the worst part, doctors don't always warn us about this. We're told eat more fruit, but not which ones could actually hurt us. That's why today we're going through the top 8 fruits that could be secretly raising your stroke risk, starting with one you probably have in your kitchen right now. Some of these will shock you. Especially 3 and 7. But by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to avoid and how to still enjoy nature's sweetness safely. Sound good? Let's get started. Before we start, drop in the comments from where you are watching this video and what health topic you'd like to see in the next video. As a special thank you for joining us today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to subscribers. So, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment about why you want to win my best-selling book. Why fruits affect you differently after 60. You know, when we were younger, we could eat pretty much anything without giving it a second thought. A big bowl of grapes? No problem. A tall glass of orange juice every morning? Sure. But after 60, our bodies start handling things differently, and that includes how we process fruits. Here's the thing. Fruits are packed with natural sugars, vitamins and fibre, which are great. But as we age, 3 big changes happen that turn some of these healthy fruits into silent risks, especially when it comes to strokes. First, our metabolism slows down. Remember when you could eat a big meal and burn it off by afternoon? Those days are gone. Now, that same sugar from fruit doesn't get processed as quickly. Instead of giving us energy, it lingers in our blood longer, spiking our blood sugar. And high blood sugar isn't just a diabetes risk, it damages blood vessels over time, making strokes more likely. Second, our kidneys don't work like they used to. They're like an old filter that's not as strong anymore. Fruits high in potassium like bananas and oranges used to be fine, but now, if our kidneys can't flush out the extra potassium, it builds up. Too much potassium can mess with our heart rhythm, and that's dangerous territory. And third, our blood pressure gets more sensitive. Some fruits, especially dried ones like raisins or dates, are loaded with concentrated sugars and even a bit of hidden salt. That combo can push blood pressure up, and high blood pressure is the one cause of strokes. Even something as simple as acidity changes. Fruits like pineapples and oranges, they're tougher on our stomachs now, and that acid can interfere with medications, especially blood thinners, which many of us take to prevent strokes. So it's not that fruits are suddenly bad, it's that our bodies aren't handling them the same way. The good news, we don't have to give up fruit, we just have to choose smarter. And that's exactly what we're going to cover next. Because here's the truth, after 60, every bite counts. And knowing which fruits work with your body, not against it, could be the difference between staying healthy and a sudden trip to the hospital. On Tuesday night, we looked at the link between cancer and fungus. So when someone comes to me wanting help to conquer cancer, I take them off all fruit for 6 weeks. One lady said, "But Barbara, God made fruit good." I said, "Oh, he sure did. Fruit is wonderful." But if someone has a condition in their body that's got a high yeast presence, they need to either greatly reduce it or stop it for a period of time. So cancer is a very serious condition and it needs serious steps to conquer it. Now, let's get into the 8 fruits you might want to rethink, starting with one you probably have in your fruit bowl right now. 1. Bananas, the hidden danger in your fruit bowl. Let's talk about bananas. They're soft, easy to eat, and we've been told they're packed with potassium, which is good, right? Well, here's something your doctor might not have mentioned. After 60, that same potassium can turn dangerous. You see, as we age, our kidneys don't filter as well as they used to. What was once a healthy potassium level can quickly become too much. And when potassium builds up in your blood, a condition called hyperkalemia, it can lead to irregular heartbeats. That's not just uncomfortable, it's downright dangerous. In severe cases, it can even lead to cardiac arrest. What makes this especially scary is that you might not feel any symptoms until it's too late. No warning signs, just boom, your heart's rhythm is off. And if you're already on blood pressure medications or have mild kidney issues, which many of us do after 60 without realizing it, that banana a day could be quietly working against you. Now, I'm not saying you need to ban bananas forever, but if you're eating one every morning, you might want to reconsider. A great alternative, apples. They're still sweet and satisfying, but much lower in potassium and higher in fiber, which is exactly what our aging digestive systems need. The bottom line, after 60, we need to be pickier about our fruits. And when it comes to bananas, moderation is key. Maybe just half at a time and not every day. Your heart will thank you. 2. Mangoes, nature's candy that can backfire after 60. Let's talk about mangoes, that sweet, juicy, tropical fruit so many of us love. Here's the hard truth. After 60, mangoes can be more like eating candy than fruit. Just 1 cup of mango contains a whopping 23 grams of sugar. That's nearly as much as a chocolate bar. Here's what happens when we eat mangoes at our age. That sugar tsunami hits our bloodstream fast. Our bodies don't process sugar like they used to, so instead of giving us energy, it sends our blood sugar on a roller coaster ride. These spikes don't just leave us feeling tired afterwards. They create inflammation in our blood vessels, the kind that leads to strokes over time. What makes this especially tricky is that mangoes don't taste too sweet to us anymore because our taste buds aren't as sensitive as they once were. So we might eat more than we should without realizing it. The good news, you can still enjoy sweet fruits safely. Berries, like strawberries, blueberries and raspberries, give you that sweet satisfaction with far less sugar and more fiber to slow absorption. A cup of strawberries has just 7 grams of sugar. That's 1/3 of what's in mangoes. So next time you're craving something sweet, reach for the berries instead. Your blood sugar will stay steady and your body will thank you for it. 3. Grapes, the bite-sized blood sugar bombs. Those little grapes seem so harmless, don't they? Easy to pop in your mouth by the handful while watching TV. But here's what they're really doing to your body after 60. First off, grapes are basically little sacks of fructose. That's fruit sugar that goes straight to your liver. Unlike when we were younger, our livers can't process this as efficiently now. This leads to fatty liver buildup and insulin resistance, both big stroke risk factors. But there's another hidden danger. Grapes consistently rank on the dirty dozen list for pesticide residue. Those chemicals can stiffen your arteries over time, making your heart work harder, and stiffer arteries mean higher stroke risk. It's that simple. The worst part, we tend to eat grapes mindlessly. A small handful can easily turn into 2-3 servings without realizing it. That's like drinking a can of soda worth of sugar in one sitting. Here's a smarter swap, blackberries. They give you that same sweet tart satisfaction, but with half the sugar and none of the pesticide concerns. Plus, blackberries are packed with antioxidants that actually help repair blood vessels. If you really miss grapes, try freezing blackberries. They make a wonderful, healthier substitute for that refreshing snack. Your arteries and blood sugar levels will be much better off. Remember, after 60, every bite either fights aging or speeds it up. Choose fruits that work for you, not against you. 4. Pineapple, the tropical troublemaker. That sweet, tangy pineapple might taste like sunshine, but after 60, it can cause some stormy problems in your body. Here's what you need to know. First, pineapple has one of the highest glycemic loads of any fruit. That means it sends your blood sugar skyrocketing faster than a kid on a sugar rush. At our age, these rapid spikes damage blood vessels and increase stroke risk with every bite. But there's another hidden danger, bromelain. This enzyme that makes your tongue tingle also thins your blood. If you're on blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin, and many of us are after 60, pineapple can dangerously amplify their effects. Suddenly that innocent fruit salad could put you at risk for bleeding or bruising. The juicier the pineapple, the worse these effects tend to be. And let's be honest, who eats just one small slice? Here's a smarter tropical alternative, kiwi. It gives you that same bright, refreshing flavour, but with a gentler impact on your blood sugar. Plus, kiwis contain natural blood pressure regulators that actually protect your cardiovascular system. If you absolutely crave pineapple, pair it with protein like Greek yogurt to slow the sugar spike. But for daily eating, kiwi is the wiser choice for keeping your blood smooth and steady. Remember, after 60, we need fruits that protect us, not challenge us. Choose wisely. 5. Dried fruits, nature's candy that's anything but innocent. Let me tell you something shocking about those little boxes of raisins and dates you might be snacking on. What looks like a healthy choice could actually be one of the most dangerous foods in your pantry after 60. Here's the hard truth. When fruits are dried, all the water gets removed, but none of the sugar. What's left is basically sugar concentrate. Just a small handful of raisins packs the same sugar punch as a whole cup of grapes, but without the water content that helps slow absorption. This sends your blood sugar levels into the stratosphere. But the problems don't stop there. Most dried fruits contain sulfites as preservatives. These chemicals can raise your blood pressure, trigger inflammation in your arteries, interfere with heart medications. And here's the real kicker, because they're shrunk down, it's incredibly easy to overeat them. What feels like just a few pieces could actually be 3-4 servings of sugar hitting your system all at once. Your best alternative? Fresh figs. They satisfy that same sweet, chewy craving, but contain natural blood pressure regulators, have live enzymes that aid digestion, provide fiber to slow sugar absorption. If you must have dried fruits, soak them in water first to rehydrate, and always pair with nuts to blunt the sugar spike. But honestly, after 60, your body will thank you for making the switch to fresh alternatives. Remember, just because it's natural doesn't mean it's safe at our age. Choose fruits that love your body back. 6. Watermelon, the deceptive summer danger. That refreshing slice of watermelon might seem like the perfect summer treat, but after 60, it could be quietly working against your health. Here's what you need to know. Watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any fruit, meaning its sugar hits your bloodstream almost as fast as drinking soda. For mature bodies that don't process sugar like they used to, this creates dangerous spikes that damage blood vessels over time. But there's another hidden issue, L-citrulline. This amino acid in watermelon can cause unpredictable blood pressure changes. Some people experience dangerous drops, while others see sudden spikes, neither of which are good for stroke prevention. The worst part? We rarely stop at one small slice. A typical serving is 2-3 slices, delivering a massive sugar load all at once. Your safer alternative, cantaloupe. It satisfies that same craving for juicy, refreshing melon, but contains 40% less sugar, has a gentler glycemic impact, provides more consistent blood pressure support. If you do eat watermelon, pair it with protein like cheese or nuts to slow absorption. But cantaloupe is the smarter daily choice for keeping your blood sugar and pressure stable. Remember, after 60, even healthy summer treats need extra scrutiny. Choose fruits that hydrate without the hidden risks. 7. Oranges, the breakfast betrayal you never saw coming. That morning glass of orange juice, that innocent-looking orange in your fruit bowl, they might be doing far more harm than good after 60. Here's the bitter truth about this supposedly healthy fruit. First, let's talk about acidity. As we age, our tooth enamel naturally wears thinner. Orange juice is so acidic it can erode what's left, leading to painful sensitivity and decay. But the damage doesn't stop at your teeth. That same acidity can aggravate acid reflux, which becomes more common as we get older. Now for the sugar shock. A single orange contains about 12 of sugar. A small glass of OJ packs a whopping 21 ig. That's more sugar than a glazed donut hitting your bloodstream all at once. But here's the real danger. Oranges contain compounds that interfere with statins and blood pressure medications, making them less effective when you need them most. Your smarter alternatives. 1. Grapefruit, if you're not on medications it interacts with. 2. Strawberries, lower sugar, higher fiber. Both give you that bright citrusy flavour without the drawbacks. If you absolutely crave oranges, eat them with meals and rinse your mouth afterward. But your heart and teeth will thank you for making the switch to gentler alternatives. Remember, after 60, even classic healthy foods need re-evaluation. Choose fruits that support your changing body. 8. Coconut, the tropical treat that's tricking your heart. That coconut water you sip after your morning walk, the coconut flakes sprinkled on your oatmeal, they might be doing your heart more harm than good after 60. Here's what you need to understand. First, let's talk about that healthy saturated fat myth. While some claim coconut fat is different, the hard truth is it still raises your LDL cholesterol, the sticky kind that clogs arteries. Just 2 tablespoons of shredded coconut contain more saturated fat than a slice of pepperoni pizza. Now for coconut water, it's not the innocent hydration hero it pretends to be. Packed with potassium and electrolytes, it can disrupt blood pressure medications, cause dangerous mineral imbalances, trigger irregular heart rhythms in sensitive individuals. The scary part? Many of us don't feel these effects until it's too late. Your smarter choice. Unsweetened almond milk. It provides 0 cholesterol, spiking fats, natural magnesium for blood pressure support, added vitamin E to protect aging arteries. If you absolutely crave coconut flavour, use just a light sprinkle occasionally, not daily. But for everyday use, almond milk is the wiser choice to keep your heart strong and your arteries clear. Remember, after 60, trendy health foods often need a second look. Choose beverages that truly nourish your changing body. How to safely enjoy fruits after 60. Let's be clear, I'm not telling you to give up fruit entirely. Fruits are packed with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants that keep us healthy. But after 60, we need to be smarter about how we eat them. Here's how to enjoy nature's sweetness without the risks. 1. Pair with protein or healthy fats. Eating fruit alone sends sugar straight into your bloodstream. Instead, pair it with a handful of nuts, almonds, walnuts, a slice of cheese or spoonful of nut butter, a serving of Greek yogurt. This slows sugar absorption, preventing those dangerous spikes. 2. Watch your portions. Aim for smaller servings spread throughout the day. One small piece, like an apple or pear, and half cup chopped fruit, berries, melon. Avoid mindless snacking measure portions instead of eating straight from the bag. 3. Choose low glycemic options. Some fruits are gentler on blood sugar. Prioritize berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, apples, pears, high in fiber, kiwi, cantaloupe, lower sugar than watermelon or pineapple. 4. Time it right. Best time. Eat fruit earlier in the day when your metabolism is active. Avoid late night fruit. It can spike blood sugar while you sleep. 5. Check your meds, health conditions. If you're on blood thinners, avoid fruits like pineapple and grapes. If you have kidney issues, limit high potassium fruits, bananas, oranges. If you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, monitor how different fruits affect your glucose. Fruit should still be part of your diet, just in a way that works with your body, not against it. By making these simple tweaks, you can keep enjoying nature's candy while protecting your heart, brain, and longevity. Now, let's wrap this up with the most important takeaways. So there you have it, the truth about fruits after 60. It's not about fear, it's about awareness. You can still enjoy nature's sweetness, but now you know which fruits to be cautious with and how to make smarter choices for your health. Let's recap the key takeaways. 1. Not all fruits are equal after 60. Some spike blood sugar, others mess with medications or blood pressure. 2. You don't have to give them up, just swap risky ones for safer alternatives. 3. Small changes make a big difference. Pairing fruit with protein, watching portions, and timing it right can protect your heart and brain. And that's it again for today, guys. Now, I want to hear from you. Did any of these surprise you? Are you rethinking your morning orange juice or that handful of raisins? Let me know in the comments below. If this video helped you, do me a favor. Hit the like button. It helps others find this important info. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We share life-saving health tips every week. Share this with a friend over 60 because everyone deserves to know which healthy foods might be putting them at risk. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay healthy.